Hello, Mary Farias here with 5 Minutes is Better Than Nothing, a personal development. For studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We're in chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge, and this is page 120. He says, spurred into action by the instantaneous success of her first prepared plan to market personal services, this energetic woman turned next to the solution of a similar problem for her son, who was just finishing college but had been totally unable to find a market for his services. The plan she originated for his use was the finest specimen of merchandising of personal services I have ever seen. When the plan book had been completed, it contained nearly 50 pages of beautifully typed, properly organized information, telling the story of her son's native ability, schooling, personal experiences, a great variety of other information too extensive for description. The plan book also contained a complete description of the position her son desired, together with a marvelous word picture of the exact plan he would use in filling the position. The preparation of the plan book required several weeks' labor, during which time its creator sent her son to the public library almost daily to procure data needed in selling his services to the best advantage. She sent him also to all the competitors of his prospective employer and gathered from them vital information concerning their business methods, which was of great value in the formation of the plan he intended to use in filling the position he sought. When the plan had been finished, it contained more than half a dozen very fine suggestions for the use and benefit of the prospective employer. The suggestions were put into use by the company. One may be inclined to ask, why go to all this trouble to secure a job? The answer is straight to the point. Also, it is dramatic because it deals with a subject which assumes the proportion of a tragedy with millions of men and women whose source of income is personal services. The answer is doing a thing well never is trouble. The plan prepared by this woman for the benefit of her son helped him get the job for which he applied at the first interview at a salary fixed by himself. Moreover, and this too is important, the position did not require the young man to start at the bottom. He began as a junior executive at an executive salary. Why go through all the trouble? Do you ask? Well, for one thing, the planned presentation of this young man's application for a position clipped off no less than 10 years of time he would have required to get to where he began. And he started at the bottom and worked his way up. Had he started at the bottom, worked his way up. All right. So I went a little bit further in my reading, but this is such a great story. What can you do to really market yourself to not just a job, but to any company that you might want to work with, business to business, or any clientele that you want to work with? When you create detailed plans and you create this type of care and presentation, people notice, people care back, right? When you put in effort, people will return with effort from themselves. It's law. What you give out, you get back. It's a law of cause and effect. So we have to keep that in mind when we are looking for someone to pay us for our services. We have to put out care if we are going to get somebody to care back. Keep that in mind. And tomorrow I will talk more. See you later.